365 Mentoring and Coaching coming at you 2024. We're bringing it in with my guy right here. We'll tell you who he is in a second. But we're transitioning to 5-Minute Friday, so we hope you stay tuned. We're going to be on 5-Minute Friday, second and fourth Friday. And in 2024, brand new. You see the light, see the background? We're brand new. Exactly. So we're going to start with my man, Sean Robertson. Tell us a little bit about yourself in the news and sports industry. You got 1 minute, though. 1 minute, 1 minute.
Started at Virginia State University, graduate of VSU, class of 1999. I started there as a sports editor for the school's paper, the Virginia Statesman. Then it went on to the radio station WBST 91.3, was there for about 10 years. Then went to Channel 6, WTVR, was there since 2008, and has been there ever since, covering the local sports scene in Richmond, Norfolk, D.C., Charlottesville, Harrisonburg, Blacksburg, you name it, we're there.
All right. So we just want to reiterate your first opportunity was at VSU. Okay. The Trojan. Just want to throw that back in there. But he for Virginia State University.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a VSU graduate, what lessons did you learn that helped you get to where you are today?
I think the biggest lesson I learned at Virginia State was not taking no for an answer. With HBCU, sometimes get the stereotype of not really wanting going out and getting what they want. And this was something I wanted probably since I was about 3 or 4 years old. I wanted to be in the sports field. And at that point, like I said, the biggest thing was to get my foot in the door and become the sports editor of the paper. And that was my stepping stone. Okay, we in that, let's do something else. So then I went to working in sports information, working with Greg Gawns, who was there, getting my feet wet doing public address announcements for the games. And then that led to being on the radio station. So I think it was knowing what you want and then taking the steps needed to achieve your goal. And not taking no, because there are going to be some stumbles, there are going to be some hurdles. And if this person says no, you take another route, and hopefully that person will say yes, and eventually get to where I'm at.
Now, when you say 3 or 4, your son is about that age. Are you putting the mic in his hand now? Okay, Doyen. All right, so.
He is a talker. He's a talker. He loves sports right now. Okay. He loves soccer. Okay. So I'm not going to force him.
Okay.
He doesn't want to do play-by-play, but he does watch sports with me.
Okay.
But that could be an opportunity.
Potential.
Could be potential.
All right. So, and as you said about the number of years and the places you've been, the stations and newspaper and all of those abundance of things, what brings you more joy, high school or college sports?
Wow. That's a good question.
I know. Everyone's going to see this, by the way. Yeah.
Can I say?
You can say both. That's not the question, but you can say both.
I'll put it like this.
Okay.
If it's a state championship, I would say high school.
Okay.
Because when you see a team that works since, let's say for football, they work from, let's say, March or April from all season, go throughout the entire season, and at the end you achieve that state championship, and you see the celebration, and you see the parents hugging their child when they achieve that dream. That's pretty cool to see that and be a part of that. College, I would, when our alma mater does well.
When it does.
I like to show that, but I'm not going to, discriminate.
We won't do that. And it's the way. People watch it.
Because when they won their championship, it was good to see a fellow HBCU
down the road
be successful. So different stories, you have that same excitement for them. So I do want to answer your question, but in this instance, I would say,
forgive me, for various very right reasons. So mentorship, just one quick person that you could name would be your biggest mentor in your area where you are now. Who is your biggest supporter or mentor? We'll go with that.
I would say my biggest supporter actually that got me to Channel 6 was Jerry Crawford.
Okay.
He worked with us at Virginia State. He was the television director at VSTV when we were there in the early 2000s. He actually emailed a letter to Lane Casadante, my current boss, me not knowing he did this. He was like, he's reached his ceiling. He's done all he can do at WVST. I want him to work with you.
Wow.
In some way, shape, or form, he needs to be with you. A few days later, he called me up. He wanted me to freelance during high school football, Farmers Store Friday. And then that led to his previous recent guy leaving.
Oh, okay.
And then I took over his spot. So if it was not for that email, who knows who I would.
And I didn't know that, so thank you for the. All right, last thing. What is one barrier that you may have faced? You got 10 seconds to end. One barrier that you might have faced in the news industry, or sports industry.
I think sometimes it is the HBCU barrier.
Okay.
I think when some people hear where I came from, they appreciate the journey to get there, but sometimes they view it as it's an HBCU. Like, the facilities, the resources are not as many as, say, a Power 5 program. But if we have the resources, we can work just as hard as anybody else across the country. And given where we have come from, and even Brad behind the camera as well, we have shown that people from HBCUs can do just as good a job as somebody from Missouri, from Syracuse, and from other Power 5 schools.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. We have shown my opponent. Yes,
look at chatting your third. BSU doing
BSU 5 Minute Friday.